Daisy was a small duckling with very big dreams. She lived with her family in a cozy nest near a clear blue stream. Daisy dreamt of sailing across the stream, her little wings spread wide. She wished she could fly to the mango tree on the other side, its branches heavy with juicy fruit. Daisy loved mangoes. She loved their sweet smell and their bright yellow flesh. But most of all, Daisy wanted to share the delicious mangoes with her family. Times were tough for Daisy's family. The once lush and vibrant environment had turned barren and unforgiving. The streams had dried up, and the fields that once provided ample food were now desolate. Food was scarce, and the little ducklings often went to sleep with empty stomachs. Each day was a struggle, and the hope of finding a meal seemed to fade with every passing moment. Daisy's mother tried her best to provide for her little ones, but she was getting weaker by the day. Her feathers had lost their shine, and her steps were slow and labored. One evening, Daisy found her mother crying softly. The weight of their situation was too much to bear, and the tears flowed freely. "What's wrong, Mama?" Daisy asked, her small voice filled with worry. She had never seen her mother so distraught, and it frightened her. "We don't have enough food, little one," her mother whispered, tears welling up in her eyes. The thought of her children suffering was unbearable. "We need to find a way to get more food, especially mangoes. They will give us strength." The journey ahead would be challenging, but it was their only hope for survival. Daisy knew she had to do something. She couldn't just sit by and watch her family suffer. The thought of her loved ones going hungry was unbearable. She loved her family dearly and couldn't bear to see them hungry. They had always been there for her, and now it was her turn to help them. She looked at the stream and then at her tiny wings. The stream was wide and the current was strong, but she was determined to find a way. She couldn't fly across, but she had an idea. Her mind raced as she thought of a plan that could work. Daisy found a large, sturdy leaf floating in the stream. It was perfect for what she had in mind. It looked strong enough to carry her. She inspected it carefully, making sure it was safe. She carefully climbed on top and began paddling with her little feet, using a twig as an oar. She had never done anything like this before, but she was determined. The current was strong, but Daisy paddled with all her might, her heart filled with hope. She knew that if she could just make it across, she could find food for her family. Finally, after a long and tiring journey, Daisy reached the other side of the stream. She had been traveling for hours, navigating through the dense forest and crossing the swift currents of the stream. Her little legs were exhausted, but her spirit remained unbroken. She knew that her family was counting on her, and that thought gave her the strength to keep going. She jumped onto the bank and ran towards the mango tree. The sight of the tree filled her with hope and excitement. It was laden with ripe, juicy mangoes, just as she had hoped. She could almost taste the sweetness of the fruit, and she knew that her family would be delighted. She picked the biggest, juiciest mangoes she could find and carefully placed them on her leaf boat. Each mango was a treasure, a symbol of her love and dedication. She handled them with care, making sure they were secure for the journey back. Daisy paddled back, her heart overflowing with love and relief. The journey back seemed shorter, as if the stream itself was helping her along. She could feel the anticipation building up inside her, knowing that she was bringing joy to her family. She couldn't wait to see her family's faces. The thought of their smiles and the warmth of their hugs made her paddle even faster. She imagined the laughter and the stories they would share over the delicious mangoes. When she returned, her family was overjoyed. They had been waiting anxiously, and the sight of Daisy with the mangoes brought tears of happiness to their eyes. They gathered around her, their hearts full of gratitude and pride. They hugged Daisy and thanked her for her bravery and quick thinking. Her mother nuzzled her gently, and her siblings chirped excitedly, each taking a mango and savoring its sweetness. It was a moment of pure joy and togetherness. From that day on, Daisy continued her trips across the stream, her little heart filled with determination. She had proven to herself and her family that she was capable of great things. Each journey was a new adventure, and she embraced it with courage and enthusiasm. She had discovered that even though she was small, she could do big things with courage and love for her family. Daisy's story became a legend among the ducks, inspiring others to believe in themselves and to cherish their loved ones. Her bravery and love left a lasting legacy,